Weird.
We can't all make declarations of hatred at the same time. Hi, everybody.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
你好中国，只叫吸纳，我爱更尊重中。只有让 There's nothing sacred.
Oh, wait a Alson, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it.
I don't care.
But how did you ever find us?
Oh, easy. We just read the screenplay you left us.
And Hispanic people, too.
Globe gold! Globe gold! Globe gold!
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
I'll help you.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Huh? Zappuccino.
All right, it is Thursday night in Toonie Town, and that can only mean one thing. It is time for my favorite night of the week, folks, because it is time for Toonie Talk TV. Folks, my name is Marvin, and I'm the Movie Monster, and welcome back to Toonie Town TV. Hope you guys have been enjoying our kind of redoubling of efforts here on the channel. We've had 2 videos that have come out this week. I am planning on another one for tomorrow morning that will drop for members tonight and then be available for everyone tomorrow morning right before 7 a.m. So our 2 videos this week have been about Snoop Doggy Dogg and the weirdness that is that entire saga. So if you guys want to hear more about that, go check out those videos. Tomorrow we will have a video up about the Superman sequel or lack thereof, which we'll also talk about tonight. Yeah, guys, we have a huge week of news to get to, a huge week of chatting to get to. I see you guys are already out there super chatting. I greatly appreciate that. But I can't do this alone, guys. I need not only all of you out there in the crowd, but I need the greatest team ever assembled in the world of pop culture podcasts. I need the Toonie Town Titans.
Titans, go!
What up, girl?
Hi. Hi, everybody.
How's your week going?
It's going. Is that right? It's a week.
I have been. I can't wait to tell you specifically about the week I've had because I have been at Halloween Horror Nights now twice.
Oh wow, twice already.
Yeah. Well, the first time was a press event. Last night I went just to go as a regular person. But the press event was something else. I'll tell you guys about it when we're all kind of assembled. But yeah, it's been a wild week. So
that sounds cool.
But yeah, no, it was very, very cool.
I'm not nearly as excited.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Mitch. You were done. But who is excited about Halloween Horror Nights is this guy right here, Nolan Thunder.
Yes, I am so pumped, man. I've been seeing all the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. It looks amazing.
When are you coming down?
We should have a date solidified in the coming days. I was actually having a conversation about it today, so we're working on it, but we should have a date to know real soon here.
All right, man. Well, you just let me know because I can't wait to see you. That's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a good time.
Same. We're gonna have a freaking blast, dude.
We're gonna have a grand old time, my friend. There are so many really cool houses. I mean, you said you've seen the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. That is some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen in a theme park. Maybe we'll play a little bit of the Five Nights at Freddy's house.
No,
here
it's
tonight.
He's like
Special little.
I'm like a 5-year-old in Toys R Us right now. I'm like, tell me more about the creepy monsters, please.
As press, I was
I'm
allowed
sorry,
to
dude.
actually tour the house and take video and pictures. They, what? I'm getting ahead of myself. We got to get more. We got to get more of our friends and colleagues in here. Martin Stone is here.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Anything new and exciting to report this week?
Made some homemade ice cream. I mean,
What flavor?
Ooh.
Did you?
I did.
flavor?
So
From scratch. Chocolate with fudge and brownies.
Oh,
Do you have the Ninja Creamy or something like that, or how do you make it?
Yeah, I've got a churn. I make it from
Okay.
a cream on glaze base, and then add whatever flavors I want.
That sounds incredible.
amazing. It does sound
That
incredible.
sounds super. Yeah, it really does.
You picked a great flavor too.
My son
You really
requested.
did. Lauren is here.
Hey,
Cherry vanilla is the way to go.
I've
Cherry
done
vanilla.
cherry
I don't think I've ever had
Missed
cherry
me with
vanilla.
that. More
That's
chocolate,
good.
the
I'm a
better.
But I'm a vanilla guy. Vanilla is my go-to ice cream.
You would
You
be.
sound like my wife. My wife loves chocolate, but she's a chocolate person. But I
Me too.
love vanilla.
This is why she can't be the monarch.
What do you do with a vanilla ice cream at least half the time? You put chocolate on
You
it.
eat it.
Okay,
Vanilla ice?
No, you don't.
vanilla
Maybe you
vanilla
do.
gets a bad rap. It's flavorful. It's tropic. It's wonderful.
It's
I
the
like-
most refreshing on a hot day.
French vanilla. French vanilla is just.
That's where it's at. That's where it's
Well,
at.
listen,
See,
I'm
I'm
not
a
listening
soft
to
serve.
this.
I'm more for soft serve than hard ice cream. I like a
Agreed.
nice, good soft serve cone, and it's nothing better on a hot day.
I think the next one I'm making though is going to be cherry lime stracciatella.
Ooh, I'd go with that.
That does
Guys,
sound
after
good.
the show, let's go get ice cream, please.
Probably be hungry. I am every week.
Seriously, Kevin might be joining us a little bit later. He is busy with work right now, but he said he might be able to hop in after 9:00. So hopefully we will see Kevin in a bit. I'll try to put off the DC stuff until then. But before we get started, guys, this is a show that is made for you and financed by you. We count on your generous super chats to keep the lights on around here. As such, we take breaks for all your super chats in between each topic that we do. We do break for super chats of $50 or more. So if you super chat $50 or more, we will stop and we'll talk about whatever the heck it is you want to talk about. I can be bought. It's a thing, Nolan Thunder has gifted 1 Tooneytown TV membership. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Nolan. Appreciate
bro.
that. And then whoever got that membership also, I'm sure, appreciates it. Regia Sharp for $5 says, look down on the floor. It's a roach. It's a slug. No, it's director James Gunn. But what is John Cena doing? Oh no!
Glom gold! Glom gold! Glom gold! Glom gold!
Yeah, we don't want to know. We don't. For once, I'd be glad to not be able to see John Cena after seeing that scene. Oof.
I'm good.
That could have been read in a Jerry the King Lawler voice too.
Maybe it could have.
Could have.
You and Kumia gifted 5 Tooneytown TV memberships. Thank you so much, you and Kumia. That's very generous.
I dream more of as maybe. Maybe it could have.
I'm entertaining the thought. Master of Puppets member for 9 months says, wife and I are on season 7, episode 13. Started on August 2nd.
I know what he's talking about. He's almost
Talking
supernatural.
about Supernatural, I'm assuming.
Yeah, buddy.
Um,
it's way further than
yeah.
somebody I know.
I'm still exactly where I was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
there's
alright.
been a lot going on.
Another reason that she just can't be the monarch. You see the way she nags? You see
Yeah,
how
no.
she goes at that? It's like, it's unbelievable. You're not watching enough of my favorite show. What are you doing, Marvin?
Exactly.
Listen, he started
Master-
it by telling me he started watching it. You
He
blame
did start watching it.
Yeah, like 5 years ago at this point.
5 years ago, it was. I don't even think it was 5 weeks ago.
It's fun to exaggerate. Come on.
But
Okay.
is he watching it? Was he enjoying it?
I was.
He was watching it and he was enjoying it. You'll note the past tense that I'm employing in that sentence.
Maybe he's savoring it. Maybe he's just
stop it.
He's
Lauren.
taking
Stop it.
He's taking in all the nuance and
I see how this is gonna go today. I see who your punching bag is today. I get it.
We're in the mid-season break. I have to wait a couple months in order to get back into it.
You didn't make
I want the
episode
full
11.
experience, Trish. One episode a week with a mid-season and summer break.
You're gonna be 1 foot in the grave at this pace before you finish it. How long it is.
Wait,
On brand.
15 years.
Yeah. Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, I have come to a decision. After hearing what everyone had to say for the last year, I have finally chosen a side. Hashtag Team Cordelia.
Yes.
Because why not? No.
Yes. Love
No.
Cordelia. Yes. Don't listen to
No.
Marvin. Listen, Roxanne Fox. Don't listen.
Cordelia,
awesome.
after
Love
season
Cordelia.
2, Cordelia becomes completely like
Cordy's amazing.
once she stops being Cordelia and like grows as a character, she just becomes
Well, that's not
completely
stopping
insufferable.
being Cordelia. That's the evolution of Cordelia, which is why she's awesome.
Yeah, I get it. I just don't like where her character evolves to.
Don't listen to him. You're on. To
Are you
something
talking
good.
about across both series or just within?
Well, she's
Buffy?
even better on Angel.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
I'm talking Buffy. It doesn't matter to me.
Oh,
I
she's
just
great
like
on
Cordelia.
Buffy. She's great on Buffy, and she's great in the
Yeah,
first
both
2
of
seasons of Angel.
And
When
I'll-
she
and
cuts her hair, that's it.
Well, that's not.
So
her
is she
fault.
Samson?
No, it's
And-
not
and-
because she cut her hair. It's like her character changes after she cuts her
Well,
hair.
thank you, Joss. Thank you, Joss. Really, honestly, because that's
No, Joss,
the same time.
Joss obliterated her character because she got pregnant.
That's what she cut her hair.
No, she cuts her hair way before that. She cuts her hair in season 3. With her
Doesn't she
and
have
the
it like
Gruselog-
super short in season 4? Or am I making this
Yeah,
up?
but she cuts it first in season 3 because her and the Gruselog go
So
away
you're
and they come
talking
back.
about like, no, I'm talking like
Right around when Connor
Jasmine.
gets stolen. No, we're still talking season 3 here.
No, it's amazing.
John Williams for $4.99 says Nolan attending will be the most horrifying sight to ever be witnessed at Halloween Horror Nights. There was also a FNAF house 5 nights.
mean.
It's definitely mean, but you know what? I'll capitalize on it. It'll be the last Halloween Horror Nights they will ever see.
Good job, Nolan. Well, guys, one of the ways we like to start off the show is by talking about what it is we are watching or up to this week, catching up with the panel a little bit, getting acquainted with their lives. So, Lauren Connor, what have you been up to this week? What have you been watching this week? Anything good?
What I did watch was kind of in preparation for the Rocket Man episode that I did with Kevin here on Tuesday, and so I watched a bit of Commando Cody and the Radar Men from the Moon, which was kind of fun.
Oh, that's fun. That's really fun.
I thought you meant the Elton John movie Rocket Man.
We did talk about bringing William Shatner in as one of the Rocket Men because of that time that he covered it, but we declined. So,
You know, he redid that a couple of years ago for an album, and the version he did most recently, it sounds like a drunken log entry, but in the best possible way.
Because there's a good way for that.
You know what this actually is reminding me of, talking about the Elton John? Do you remember the Robbie Williams as a monkey biopic, Better
Yeah.
Man? My friend watched. No, but my friend
money
watched
pit?
it. My friend watched it, and he enjoyed it. And he was like, he had a point about like him being a monkey, like didn't matter. Like, he was completely surprised. He went into it thinking like, all right, let me see what this is about. He's like, I actually really liked it.
Wouldn't the movie just be the exact same if like he wasn't a monkey?
I don't
You have to
know.
act in it.
I'm just saying. He was surprised that he enjoyed it because he went into it skeptical.
Well, Martin Stone, what are you watching or up to or interested in this week?
My oldest son and I had been watching through the Star Wars universe in order. And so we're up to season 2 of Clone Wars. Just watched that episode that takes place on like a a cruise ship where they're getting a bunch of senators back to the core planets, and Obi-Wan's like, they obviously they foil some plot, and Obi-Wan's got somebody cornered, and the guy's like, well, you won't kill me, and then he's agonizing over it, and then Anakin just walks up behind him and ganks him.
Yep.
What, he was going to blow up the ship.
Right, and then the Darth Vader theme kind of tickles in there for a second.
I love that one.
You used gank.
I remember when that episode premiered on Cartoon Network. Oh, that was a good one.
Well, I assumed that gank wouldn't be hit by the YouTube algorithm watcher.
It wouldn't be. You're good.
It warms the heart.
Slotted, shivved. Take the
in Who Framed? Well, in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Does he say ganked or gacked when he goes, Marvin Acme, the rabbit ganked him last night? I think he says gacked him.
I think he does say gacked him.
I only ever heard ganked in Supernatural. Am I wrong?
The rabbit gacked him last night.
I remember it from high school.
Really?
I remember people saying that in high school.
I never heard it in my high school.
Maybe I went to a rougher school than you.
You were on the other side of town.
Nolan Thunder, what have you been up to or watching this week?
Well, actually, very recently here, we celebrated my younger brother's birthday, and me and him took some time because one of his birthday gifts was actually the complete series of Dexter's Laboratory, the Cartoon Network show from the 1990s. So we actually watched a few episodes together, and oh my gosh, that show ages like wine. Like, I think it was
fantastic.
Peak Cartoon Network. Yes, there were so many memes. There was one spot where it was the episode where he gets trapped in the video game after his dad gives him like the Atari knockoff game, and there's a part in it where he's ranting about everything wrong with the old system, and I'm like, oh my god, I just need to clip that for that gameplay. So, like, that'd be hilarious.
It's such a shame that the voice actor for Dexter is dead now, because he's also the voice actor for Chucky on Rugrats. And she passed away years ago. She was also Mona, the postal worker on Salute Your Shorts.
Is this your favorite fact?
Really?
And she was Oblina on Real Monsters.
Wow.
Jeez. I love finding out when voice actors and actresses do other roles, and it's like, wow, you just made my childhood just so much better.
Trish, what have you been up to or watching this week?
Not watching anything. I played a little bit more of Coral Island, but honestly, I just fought with my Sims to try to get it to work, because every time they update the Sims, the game breaks.
And when you play the Sims, are you a benevolent deity, or do you like rain down wrath upon the Sim world?
I
don't rain down
you as being benevolent in any circumstance.
No, I'm pretty sure she rains down hell.
No, this is how I play. Actually, I make everybody immortal because I'm not one of those Sims players that likes to watch their Sims get ganked. But I'm also like, I make it a soap opera. So, I'll try to get a celebrity to cheat on his wife with my Sim, stuff like that. I'll do like really dramatic stuff like that. Have scandalous babies, turn it into a soap opera. But, if I can get in the game, because they update it seemingly every other hour, and it breaks the game every time. And then other people fix it to get it to work. And then EA is just like, here, pay us another X amount of dollars for us to break your game for a new pack that nobody wants. So that's what I spent the majority of my time doing, trying to fix my game again.
Makes sense.
I did get it to work, everybody. So
I have been, obviously I was, Friday night, I was at Horror Nights the whole night. I mean, we got there at, I think 5:00. Actually, no, we got there before that. We got there like 4:30. The event started at like 5:30 and we were there until 2 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you something. I am on the wrong side of a certain number to be out that late for that long. I was in traction for the weekend. Like, I was just like, Saturday, I could not move. I was just like,
chafing is
my wife
real,
was like,
bro.
well, she said, what do you want to do? And I was like, nothing. I want to sit here. I want to sit here and grow into this couch. But so we get there, and I've never been to a press event before. So I'm expecting like we're going to be in a small room, maybe 5 other outlets. There'll be some past hors d'oeuvres. There'll be like a Q&A. and then we'll be able to just go out and kind of experience the event. No, it's in the old Nickelodeon studios, first of all. So right away, I'm like, I might be where Double Dare was.
No way.
Yeah, so it's in the old Nickelodeon studios. It was a massive gala event where I mean, you know what? Hold on. I think I need to actually pull up the video of when we walked into the event, because it was wild. It was absolutely wild. So, well, they had lined around the room were all of these booths that had all of like the event food, and you can just walk up and try it, because obviously the reason for it is you're sampling it because you're reviewing it. And it was all disgusting, but sat down and we're sitting next to this dad and like this 20-year-old, right? And the dad says to my wife, he goes, "Oh, he's like, my son is the most famous person here by far." And I was like, what the heck? You know, like, what? Turns out he was right. The kid is a TikToker with 33 million followers who gets like jetted around the world to like do TikTok dances with like the cast of Superman and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
Just does.
Did you tell him about Toontown TV?
I did actually. Once I realized,
good man.
You know, I was like, how can I move this to my advantage? No. Okay, so here's what the event looked like. So this is how we arrived into the event. So right away, I'm like, okay, this is more than just like sitting in a room with a couple of hors d'oeuvres.
I've seen the cat in those videos too. The costume's so cool.
Yeah, it's from one of the scare zones.
It's almost like in a video game where you see the enemies before you see them on site. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so we walk down this hallway, and I have no idea what we're walking toward. But then when it opens up, I'm like, what? So you'll see here when we come to the end of the hall.
Have a great time, guys.
Oh, that's such a vibe. Oh my God.
Hey guys, welcome in.
It's like this massive gala.
It looks like a location from Eyes Wide Shut. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts.
You zeroing in on the Bray Wyatt thing.
Oh yeah,
did you feel like the coolest man in Halloween Horror Nights? Like, my God, that is amazing.
No, Nolan, I felt completely out of place and like I did not belong there. Because then they broke us up into like groups to go do like the tour where you get to go do all the houses and sample all of the stuff. And I was in a group with like these huge Disney influencers. Like I'm there with like the Pixie Dust crew. Like I was in with Paging Mr. Morrow and like, you know, like a bunch of them. So I was just like, man, I do not belong here.
Was that actually him there, or was he just an example?
Oh no, he was in my group.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like a group of like 12 people. So yeah, it was and then we went around and we did the RIP tour. So we went into all 10 houses. We saw the stage show. We went through all the scare zones, and the person was there to answer our questions. So
did they take you guys on sort of like a tour of everything, or did they have you guys like break up? How did they go about it for the night?
So you were assigned a group number, and just you found the tour guide that corresponded with your group number, and then they took you around the event.
That's amazing. Like I hope they gave you guys plenty of time to take notes and everything. That's amazing.
I showed a little bit of this on Toontown Wrestling, but we did go through the Wyatt house, the WWE house. Trish, you see the Undertaker's urn in there?
They wanted to forget about all of us.
We're in the Firefly Funhouse.
Oh, this is bloody amazing. Looks like something out of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Okay, this Alexa Bliss,
Mm.
I was like, I don't understand. Like this has to actually be her. It was like way too much like her.
I mean, I can tell it's not her here. He did a pretty good job.
Yeah. There's that, and then you go through the swamp house at the end. Trish, you remember the swamp I used to go.
This is where it all began. The man is my brother.
You go through.
Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty tough. But then the ending was my favorite part. And then they had up there the feet. So yeah, that was the White House. So, but the coolest thing ever, this Five Nights at Freddy's house, actual animatronics designed by the Jim Henson Company.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, they even have the song from the movie too.
Yep. That's Paging with Tomorrow in front of me.
Did you ever think you'd be almost killed by Freddy Fazbear next to Paging with Tomorrow?
No, I did not. It was not on my bingo card. But there are not a lot of humans in this house because as you go through, it's just all the animatronics.
Oh! This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my goddamn life. This is incredible.
I was like, I'm not impressed by that screaming girl.
The cupcake.
So this was absolute insanity. And I'm just really grateful that I got the opportunity to go in. So I have to actually write my full review of the event for the website, and I'm probably going to do that tomorrow because there was good and there was bad. There were some great houses. I mean, there are some just unbelievable houses there. And then there are some that are, whatever. Terrifier was it was just unpleasant. Because it was like I almost threw up in Terrifier. Because they're now doing not just like visual scares, but they're also including smells now.
Mm.
Welcome to the Spy Kids 4D experience, everybody.
Yeah, there were a couple smells. Like when you go through the bathroom in the Terrifier house, I legitimately gagged.
Oh, I don't think I like the sound of that. Ugh.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. I was like, well, I'm never doing that. That's the one this year where I'm like, well, I did it once. I'm never doing that again. There's a doll house, which is basically like Sid's room from Toy Story, where it's all like mutilated dolls coming at you. That one was really neat.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you think that they should bring back the smells, or do you think it's something that needs to stay in this year?
No, the smell's got to go. I don't want to smell things when I go through these houses. I don't want to smell anything but the fog. It was, but like I didn't like the food. The tribute story is pitiful this year. It's only one room.
Really?
Yeah, the tribute store's pitiful. We saw the stage show. That was really good. I mean, it's definitely not for... At the end of the day, like, I have no... People are like, oh, well, you always come down on Disney when they do things that isn't for kids. And I'm like, yeah, because, like, Universal makes no bones about the fact that this is not for kids. Like, this is an R-rated event. It's an R-rated after-hours, separately priced event.
I remember my last trip to Universal Studios. We saw something. It was called the horror movie makeup show or something like that. It had a weird name that really didn't sell the show well. But it was they would bring in people from Hollywood. And I guess it would like rotate every few months, and they take you through like the history of horror movie props and special effects and all that. And the guy they had as the host was like, he was really funny, and he was bickering at some of the kids. I remember one of the lines he says was, "Hey, this isn't Disney. I don't have to be nice to you."
But outside of that, I mean, we've been watching my wife and I have been watching the Orville because we finished The Sopranos.
Ooh, I hear good things about that show.
Orville is so good. I mean, it's like if you had if you made Next Generation, I think what Kevin always says, if you made Next Generation 10% funnier, it would be the Orville, because it's not like a straight up comedy, but it has some humor in it. And they talk like, like contemporary speech. So it's pretty.
So it's what Star Trek should be these days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the story behind that is that Seth MacFarlane wanted to make Star Trek, and CBS laughed him out of the room. And he's like, "Fine, I'll go make it for Fox." And it's better than anything Kurtzman has put together for Star Trek.
That's true.
I'll have to give it another shot. It sounds pretty good.
But unfortunately, Fox is the one who pushed him to make it funnier.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. He wanted to make a straight sci-fi movie or TV show. And they said, no, we want a Seth MacFarlane comedy.
Right. It's not, I wouldn't call it a comedy. It's definitely not a straight up comedy.
Yeah. Well, though some of the early episodes leaned more into it. And I think eventually, like midway through season 1 and then less in season 2, he was able to push out some of that comedy stuff. And I think season 3 is closer to what his original vision was.
That's cool. That's cool. Are they making a season 4?
I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about it.
Lauren, did you ever watch The Orville?
I think I saw one episode. I think I only saw one, and it was not enough to really give me a feel for it. I do know that in the beginning, as you said, that it was supposedly a lot more comedic, and that was not what I wanted, so I didn't invest in it. I've heard since, like you said, that apparently it's better Trek than Trek, which is kind of surprising. I would be willing to give it a shot. I just haven't.
There are some fascinating episodes. Like there's one where they go to a planet where everything is decided on an upvote, downvote system by the population.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's fascinating. And then if you get enough downvotes, you get like, I don't know, you get put to death, or is like you get your brain scrambled or something?
I can't remember.
Something like that. But I mean, there was another one where like they go to this planet. It's one of those kinds of things where it's like the planet keeps phasing out of time, and so like they'll go to the planet and then they'll leave and it'll phase out and come back, and then like hundreds of years have passed.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're on the planet, and the first officer like saves a little girl from like these like from being killed by these like primitive people on the planet, and then they leave, and when they come back there's an entire religion built around her.
This is the kind of stuff that used to make old Star Trek so good, because every episode, it's a creative, abstract idea that's grounded in some sort of scientific theory. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I told you guys I just watched the one recently from Next Generation where Riker is serving on the Klingon ship, and I thought that was a stellar episode. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
Yeah. All right, guys. We should probably get into some of our topics for this week. Where to start? Let's start with, I'm trying to find the yeah, you know what? We could start with the one that broke my heart this week, which I'm hoping. So, guys, little known fact, I found a monkey's paw sitting on the street, and someone told me that I could make a wish on it for anything that I could want. And I said, "Dear Monkey's Paw, please make it so that Josh Gad doesn't actually do the Muppets." And the Monkey's Paw did this.
Ooh.
The Monkey's Paw slapped you. That's what happened.
Seth Rogen, rumor, tapped to produce the Muppet Show pilot at Fox. The Muppets just can't seem to catch a break. According to multiple outlets, a pilot for the Muppet Show is reportedly in the works at Fox. The kicker, Seth Rogen is said to be attached as the producer of the Muppet Show.
I sent you a gossip story about this months ago. At least like a month or two ago. And you were like, I don't believe it. And I was like,
it was
I don't
so
know.
ridiculous, I couldn't believe it.
Told you.
But now it's everywhere.
Yeah, well, now it's true, right?
Well, it's a rumor still. They don't know for sure, but
it's got to be. If I heard that months ago when no one was talking about it, and now it's suddenly everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
So the rumor stems from an industry forum dated September 1st, which lists a Muppet Show pilot in development with Seth Rogen and Goldberg producing. The pilot is said to be shooting in Los Angeles this month, with Alex Timbers, known from Moulin Rouge the Musical, attached to direct. Other names tied to the production includes Michael Steinbeck, the Muppet Studio, the Jim Henson Company, and 20th Television. What's unusual is the platform, Fox. Now, Disney owns the Muppets and typically keeps them in-house for Disney Plus or ABC. So if true, this would mark a curious departure and a puzzling one, considering that Disney has struggled to make its own Muppet content stick. For now, Disney hasn't confirmed anything, neither has Rogen, but the rumor's been picked up across multiple outlets. Seth Rogen, of course, has a very checkered history with IP. We see it right here. He ruined the Ninja Turtles. He ruined Green Hornet. And then you have his originals like Neighbors and Sausage Party, typical Rogen projects that feature his signature frat comedy style, which would not fit well with the Muppets. Now, Disney, of course, hasn't handled the Muppets easy. We've seen The Muppets, which was the mockumentary style show that was canceled after one season. By the way, guys, I like this show. I liked it when it aired, and I think it's only aged well since then. I think it was just ahead of its time. Then there was Muppets Now, which was a sketch comedy series that didn't make any waves on Disney Plus. And then there was Muppets Mayhem, the Electric Mayhem spinoff that was canceled after one season, despite the fact that everyone really liked it. So, guys, how do you feel about Seth Rogen potentially doing to the Muppets what he did to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I don't think he's going to get the kind of freedom to do with the Muppets what he did to the Turtles.
I think that if you pay Disney enough money, they will let anyone do anything they want with the Muppets. I think they're just licensing this property out at this point.
Yeah, that may be true, but I got to think with the Muppets, there's still residual value in the brand, and they don't want to burn that.
You'd think, right? But I mean, look at what they just did. They just rented it out for a Broadway show. There's going to be this Broadway show, Rob Lake Magic, with special guest The Muppets. Disney's not producing that. Mm-hmm. It's this magician basically rented The Muppets.
I suspect I already know the answer to this question. How do you feel about Seth Rogen versus Jason Segel?
Oh, Jason Segel I like Jason Segel a lot. Yeah. I think he's funny. He's a normal guy. And he was a Muppet fan.
Let's forget that it's Seth Rogen for a minute, and let's pretend that he's just going to stay in the background and not be on the show. Is it possible that he was also a fan of the Muppets and would do actually a faithful continuation of the original Muppet Show?
It would be entirely, maybe he was also a fan of the Ninja Turtles, and look what he did to them. I think that he is one way of making things.
I tend to agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate here because secretly I desperately would love to see a faithful Muppet Show return. I would like to see something good here. If he was able to produce something good, which I know is a long shot, would you support it?
If he produced something good, yeah. I mean, I'll, like Process, I'll call balls and strikes. If it's good, I'll enjoy it. Somebody made something recently. I thought, like when Matthew Vaughn made X-Men First Class, I thought that was going to be all kinds of dog do. And I was just like, this is going to be the worst. And then I went and I loved it. I thought X-Men First Class was fantastic. So, yeah, if something is good, it's good. It's just nothing that he has ever done in his career leads me to believe that he can capture that. And there are some things that he's done that I like. I like Superbad. I liked Knocked Up. But there is there's nothing that he's ever done that's made me think that he can do vaudeville, which is what the Muppets have to be.
Can I make a tasteless, crass joke?
Please.
That Megan is banned. Did you hear about the Disney sequel?
No.
Knocked Down.
Lauren Connor.
Do you think he would be a better or worse Kermit voice than Matt Vogel?
Well, it would just be his voice, because whenever he voice acts anything, he's just himself.
So he's going to pull a Donkey Kong, is what you're saying.
Whether it's Pumbaa or Donkey Kong, it's just Seth Rogen. But I mean, like, I would love a new Muppet show that was like authentic to like what it was. Like, I actually really liked Muppets Tonight. Do you remember that?
Ooh, that's obscure.
Muppets Tonight. Trish, even you?
Yeah, I liked it.
Trish, why are you just smiling like that?
Because I'm reading it and answering you at the same time. Yes, I watched Muppets Tonight like every week when it was on.
It was great. I even liked Clifford. I thought Clifford was great. It gave us Pepe the King Prawn. It gave us Sal and Johnny. I think
you mean to word that as it gave us the best Muppet. In Pepe the King Prawn.
We already had Kermit, but you know.
That's different. Kermit is like over here in his own spot, his own echelon. You know, Pepe.
You know that I've always had it in my head that I wanted to write an intro for this show to the Muppets Tonight theme song, and I actually wrote it.
Yeah,
I'd be fascinated to hear that.
Well, you'll see if I ever actually make the song.
Well, you know, at the rate they're going, since they're pretty much renting out the Muppets to anybody, if our Super Chat goals get big enough, maybe we can just buy it and put it into Toontown. Maybe you can run the Muppets.
You just have Kermit the Frog on here, but I'll insist on a new voice. You know, it's funny. Like, I think Hasbro is doing the same thing with the Power Rangers now, too. They're just kind of like letting anyone that wants to do it.
Like
I was in a good mood. Why must you remind me?
I want to razz him about his Bane voice.
How does that have anything to do with my Bane voice?
I don't know, because you just talk about voices. Your Bane voice. Better person to do Bane voice.
You think darkness is wild? You merely adopted that. I was born in it, molded by it.
Look at Lauren.
Didn't see the light until I was already a man, and then it was nothing but blood.
I turned into the Joker at the end.
Yeah.
Like most media nowadays.
That's your voice, your Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Lauren. Just look at Lauren's face. I love looking at Lauren during things like that. He's just like,
come on.
It's a very good Bane. You do a very good Bane, Marvin.
You're lying, aren't you? Son of a.
There, Marvin.
Why the heck you lying? Why you always lying?
All right, we got super chats. John Williams for $4.99 says all music bios are the same. Wall Hard is a parody of the subgenre, yet you can barely tell.
Yeah,
Walk Hard.
Depends.
Yeah, I like Walk Hard.
Yeah, it's Walk Hard. I mean, yeah, to a point, yeah. I mean, I do think that it's just like anything. What they do, some of them do it better than others at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, I watched a thing about the editing in Bohemian Rhapsody, which won an Oscar for editing. And I was like, why did this movie win an Oscar for editing? When I watched a whole video about it, I was like, really? We had nothing else better that year?
Maybe though.
Do you see pretty much all of the musician biopics that come out? No.
I'm not a person
you're not gonna
that
see the Bruce
gravitates.
Springsteen one?
Damn it, Nolan! You've just stepped up my punchline because I did just hear the Springsteen one coming out.
Why? So
sorry, it's been haunting me everywhere I go.
People in New Jersey and New Jersey alone can enjoy it.
Yeah, so my dad will line up around the corner. But other than that,
the amount of things I would rather do with my time than sit and watch anything Bruce Springsteen. I'd rather stick an ice pick in my ear.
What if it was Bon Jovi?
Oh, I'd go see a Bon Jovi thing, even though he thinks he's mini Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, Bon Jovi sucks.
Yeah, but at least he's not like performative fake blue collar.
Well, yes. Yeah. You know what? Look, in the beginning, it wasn't performative. In the beginning, he actually...
If I wanted to listen to, like, Heartland, kind of Americana, I'd just listen to Bob Seger, because he's about 1 billion times better than Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. I remember seeing a tweet.
In the beginning, he actually was just a blue-collar dude.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't. That's like saying Rage Against the Machine was like that in the beginning when Tom Morello went to Harvard. Even though Tom Morello seems like a really interesting person to listen to, speak to about music, he's part of the machine. I'm just saying. You know, I don't buy that about Bruce Springsteen for 10 seconds.
I don't think
you got to be against the system like Green Day.
I'm not quite that hardcore. I'd be more of a kvetch against the doohickey.
I'm not saying about money. I'm saying about his intention. I don't think he was genuine in his presentation and his music. I don't doubt he grew up.
I remember seeing a tweet years ago, and I wish I remember who it was so I could give it attribution, but it was something like Bruce Springsteen makes music for people who listen to NPR about people who listen to Ted Nugent.
It's a really good way of putting it, actually.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I won't knock his songwriting because whenever someone other than Bruce Springsteen does a Bruce Springsteen song, I kind of like it. Yeah. So, you know, I won't knock his songwriting in general. It's just I could do without listening to him sounding like he needs Imodium every time he sings. I'm good.
Maddie for $4.99 says, "Did she just give birth to a full-grown black woman? Actual memory of my mother watching Cordelia give birth on Angel. Yes, she did.
Fair, honestly.
Yeah. Did she just give birth to the cast of Firefly?
That whole storyline. Ugh.
He threw a fit because Firefly was canceled, and he had to put the entire cast of Firefly into Buffy and Angel. It's, you know, they all popped up. Regina Sharp for 5 says, plus they made it even harder to gank your Sims in Sims 4. It's all work to be evil now.
I mean, you know, they went and made it difficult to do. I've seen people get creative. I've seen people get very creative. I just let everybody live. After the time I had a Sim, I was like really putting some time into, and I had her travel from one world to another. And when the next world loaded, she was in the middle of passing away from being hysterical, which she wasn't when she left the first world. I was like, no, I can't do this. Everyone's immortal.
You can die from being hysterical?
Yeah, you go like, I guess the idea is you go so hysterical that your heart gives out. I don't know. But yeah, you can go hysterical.
This is like an 1800s doctor's diagnosis.
Yeah.
But if I'm being fair, then, you know, jumping between worlds would probably be a bit of a...
I mean, it's really like a country, but they call it a world.
But what in the name of Padme Amidala is that? She's my favorite line from the Robot Chicken Star Wars. She's lost the will to live? What'd you get your medical degree in poetry, you sorry bunch of hippies?
It was bizarre.
This is why I maintain that Anakin, Vader actually killed her.
Yeah, I think
he would have had to have done so unknowingly.
Did my Sims talk just turn into Star Wars?
It did.
And in the novelization, isn't it implied, though, that maybe the Emperor is using her life to sustain Vader?
I think that Vader himself is doing that. I think that the whole thing about the droid saying we can't tell what's wrong with her. It's like as though she's lost the will to live. That's because a droid can't sense essence transfer. And at that point, it's the fact that well, actually, we should save this because this is a topic I wanted to do on the on the Lord and Apollo show one of these days and have you as the guest.
You're not going to bless my show with your opinions, huh? I'm kidding.
The whole point is we bring you in as the guest so we can argue it from both sides.
No, I get it. I just love to make the joke of George Lucas wrote a strong female character who her husband yells at her and she dies.
My glass is saying we just talked about this, and that's true. But we also talked about it at the pro retreat back when we were all together in April, and we had a long conversation about it. And that's kind of why I thought it would be fun. It would be fun to talk about because it went on for hours while we were debating this.
I was just telling the what was that?
I was going to say to Regina, thank you very much for the Princess Bride reference. It's all work.
Yeah. Regina Sharp also from 5 says, you do realize, Marvin, this means they think you're a pixie duster. Just saying. No, I'm pretty sure they didn't because I made a couple of comments about Disney while we were walking. None of them also knew where I was from. So, and nobody asked.
Thank you guys for taking a topic I could speak on and turning it into something I couldn't speak on, by the way.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
John Williams at $4.99
for Lauren to turn around and go, no, I want to talk about this on my show. So really glad you derailed it. Lauren,
you want to be
John Williams for $4.99 says none of this is as scary as the time I dreamed me and Nolan were friends.
Wait, you were dreaming about me, John? Wow.
If we do this,
Nolan, I'm proud of you.
If we do this topic, Trish, if we do this on the Lauren and the Paulo show, I'll make sure to invite you as a guest so that you can weigh in.
I'm good.
Please do.
I don't get invites as much as you all do anyway. It's fine. They
are
threw me a bone.
Are you saying if I invited you, you wouldn't show up?
Not for Star Wars.
It's his birthday party, Trish.
What?
Wow.
It's his birthday party? Are you talking about a birthday party? But for your birthday, yeah, I would do it.
Well, so
nice.
you're saying it's got to be a birthday party. You wouldn't, if I sent you an invite for a topic that is actually really important to me, and that I wanted your opinion on, that you wouldn't show up.
Lauren, if I wanted to do a show on like America's Next Top Model, and I invited you, and I wanted you to weigh in on America's Next Top Model, don't lie and say you'd go because you wouldn't.
Are you kidding me? Hot models? Why would I not be into that?
Because you gave me a hard time when I brought it up the last time. What?
Trish, how about this? I will watch Labyrinth if you watch Star Wars.
I want you to watch Supernatural. That's what I want you to watch, Marvin.
You've never seen Labyrinth?
I've never seen Labyrinth. No, and she gives me crap about it all the time.
She's right. How did you ever miss out on Labyrinth?
Like him specifically, right?
I know. People are always like, you of all people, how did you not see Labyrinth? I don't know how it happened.
Would you even appreciate the David Bowie of it all? I don't even know.
No, not really.
The Bowie bulge, man. The Bowie bulge.
Okay, well, I didn't mean that. No.
There's a whole website dedicated to it. Girl.
I know.
Well, it's the internet. I would assume there's a website devoted to it.
I am. I do think that. What was the other one? The other serious. Why can't I think of the name of it? Netflix did the expansion on The Dark Crystal. I think The Dark Crystal is better than Labyrinth, but Labyrinth is still one that you should watch. You should definitely see that movie.
I didn't see The Dark Crystal until I was a full-blown adult. Like I saw it within the last 10 years, which is good because if I had seen The Dark Crystal as a child, I would have been so terrified that my soul would have left my body.
The Skeksis were scary, but if you're at the right age to watch that movie, that's part of the fun. And I think that's part of what's missing in our movie making today is that those guys that were making those pictures back then trusted the fact that kids were resilient enough to stand a little bit of fear. And it made the climax of those movies so much better when you got past it. So I don't know. I kind of wish that you had gotten to see them when you would have been at that age, because I think it may have meant even more to you at that point.
Well, you know what? My parents wouldn't have enjoyed that because I would have been sleeping on their floor for a month. Because that was my thing. Like if I got scared by something, I couldn't stay in my room by myself when I was a kid.
Well,
Lauren, you make a great point on your argument, but I'm still to this day traumatized when that little cartoon shoe got killed in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I saw that as a grown man a few months ago.
And it scared you now?
Yeah, that thing, the poor shoe, man. Think of the shoe.
But it's
turpentine, acetone, benzene, called the dip. But John Williams, if you were friends with Nolan, he might start talking about skinwalkers while you're driving over a mountain in the dead of night with while the rain is pouring down, with Vash Sky sitting next to you going, "You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing great." And Ron Bradley's knees in your back. And Nolan's like, what's like this are where they find skinwalkers. If you're ever in the woods and you hear someone call your name, don't go near. I'm like, you're not helping.
I'm so glad you did that, Nolan. Because he brings it up all the time, which means you have truly scarred him for life.
You know what's funny? I almost wish I was in the car at the time because I didn't get to hear all of this stuff. But he was truly traumatized. He was talking about it as soon as he got back.
There were no.
He's talking about these skinwalkers while I'm lost in the backwoods.
But there were no actual skinwalkers. It's okay. You were all right.
I beg to differ. Any living creature, I believe, that is mobile likely has skin. Therefore, we're all skinwalkers.
God, he's arguing semantics now. Is what he's doing. He's trying to win an argument with semantics.
He's succeeding.
But he knows very well.
I'll win an argument on any grounds I can. Thank you very much.
Lauren, I was trying to get you in the car. And Pro wouldn't have it. He gave us he gave us your son. But
he had a great time, by the way. Meanwhile, while you were being terrified out of your mind, he and I had like a 2 or 3 hour conversation about AI and consciousness. So I think that we were having really interesting conversations in both vehicles.
Thank you, Nolan. Fantastic. Not to cut off John Williams super chat.
Liquid Fox for $2 Canadian says he must be puffing hammers to keep getting work.
Liquid Fox, like a new icon.
So, yeah, that's really cool. Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, Marvin, I would never lie to you as much as you do a perfect Joker. That's how bad your Bane is. That's okay because your Piper is legendary. Well,
if you were good at everything, though, it would make nothing feel great. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
look, you're wrong. My Bane is good. I'm sorry you don't see it, but
this is the definition of no. This is the kids who are wrong right now.
I want more of it. Let's hear more Bane.
Read the next super chat as Bane.
I think I have to hold on. Okay. So,
Michael Steele for $2 Canadian says the Jetpan version of Cadillac Ranch, classic.
When Michael Steele sent that in, I'm sure
probably wasn't expecting Bane to read it.
Gave him his $2 Canadian worth.
Would you rather I go, the Dirtband version of Cadillac Ranch, a classic? But what do you guys think of the Dirtband version of Cadillac Ranch? Is it a classic? Trish?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what he's talking about, so.
Me neither. But you know what? I'll agree.
It's a cover song.
I mean, I figured, but I don't know the Dirt Band, and I don't know. Is Cadillac Ranch like a Bruce Springsteen song? Because that would be why I probably don't know it.
Oh, it is a Bruce song. It is a Bruce song.
Okay. Ooh, what is this about Green Day?
Maravita for what is going on out there? It's like
what?
Cop cars keep like go. I gotta open the blinds to see what's going on out there.
Coming for you.
One of my
probably I think skinwalkers.
Wait,
Nolan go?
Nolan hears the cops are coming and he leaves.
Feet don't fail me now.
Those are my signs. I gotta go. I want him to be here for this, Martin. Don't you want him to be here for this?
I do.
One? Right?
Oh man, yeah, Nolan, you gotta be. Maravita for 1999 says only the early Green Day Nolan later. Oh, all right, we'll save this one for when Nolan is back.
Oh, he is actually talking, or she, Maravita. She's actually talking to Nolan. Okay, yeah.
Yes, but we'll look at it now. As much as I enjoyed the Buffy and Angel cameos, I hated the Nathan Fillion on Buffy. He's a great actor, but yuck character.
The character was terrible.
That was Joss's self-insert.
Nathan Fillion on Buffy.
Yeah, Caleb.
No.
Just this snarky guy who hates women. It's Joss Whedon.
I thought Xander was the.
Well, that too.
I mean, either way, who I would want to be either.
Terrible people.
Nolan did say that he's having audio issues and that he'll be back in just a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Nolan.
There's the Freudian,
back up then, Maravita.
there's the Freudian interpretation of writing where the author is everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Regina Sharp for 10. So anyway, it used to be in older Sims games. All you had to do was remove the door to a room and they'd starve or have them take a swim and oops, where'd the ladder go? No muss, no fuss.
Oh, my favorite was so anyway, back to the Sims. Like, thank you, Regina.
So anyway, back to killing Sims.
No, like Sims players are a little sick. Like they'll be like, oh yeah, let's just kill a whole bunch of people.
I saw a screen grab somebody took of a Reddit group, and the person asked, do you have to interact with babies as they grow up, or do they just do it on their own? And it was like people were going, oh wait, it's a Sims group, so we're fine.
That too. It's like for a second I was alarmed. Like, what do you mean you have to interact with babies? The answer actually is as long as you feed them. If you don't feed them, they'll get taken away. But otherwise,
well, but that's true in the real world too.
But I mean, you can lay them in their filth, like you know what I mean.
So I saw that. Oh, hold on. We had a super chat for you, Nolan.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Maravita for $20 is only the early Green Day, Nolan. Later Green Day was meh.
Oh yeah, everything after 2007 is completely forgettable. But
wow,
like,
that's generous.
American Idiot, that stuff was top tier right there. Yeah, some people disagree, but what do they know? What do they know?
Yeah, that was about Bush, right?
I would like to know if Maravita's cutoff for early to late Green Day is the same as yours, Nolan.
I'm curious.
I'm gonna go with no. That's my guess.
So after a Lost Guys episode one time, we were all talking about music, and I said that I liked Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and Trish was aghast, and then I explained what I was talking about was this instrumental that was written by a guy named Esquivel in the 60s, and I had completely forgotten the Green Day song existed. I like wiped it from my mind.
Understandably.
Oh my goodness.
The Esquivel one was better.
I thought you meant the Green Day one when you said it.
Yeah.
Maravita also for $4.99 says I rarely watch movies, and I have seen Labyrinth at least 10 times. I'm watching more movies these days, but geez, also Hope Vash is good. Yeah, I do too.
I hope Vash is good too. I don't know why we're saying that, but wherever we are, I hope he's good. Or if we're just saying it.
Kidney stones.
Yeah. I didn't know. I was just going to say he was under the weather, Nolan. I didn't know if people knew that.
No, they know because everyone's been saying it on every show possible.
Yeah, Pro was making all kinds of jingle jokes last night about how he's rattling when he walks.
Oh yeah, he was doing it on the Pro show today too. Jingle, jingle, jingle. It was really funny.
Aw, well, I do hope you feel better. Hope you're good.
Here's the kind of guy that Vash is. He cares so much about his work. Like he was trying to work through this and was like literally like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm gonna host that workplace. I can do it." Like while like just in excruciating pain. And I was like, I will host the show this morning. Like, stop it.
Trooper.
I mean, I said it through Jonas. I told him, I said, please tell him to stand down.
Friends do not let other friends host morning magic.
Well, yeah, kidney stones? No, they do not. But yeah, you know what? I feel like Labyrinth also is something that as a kid would have scared me. Like the dinosaurs show scared me.
No, I don't think so. Labyrinth doesn't have the same kind of vibe.
It does have some pretty intense moments.
Well, Chili Down. Chili Down will scare anybody. Chili Down is the scariest part of that movie. The orange guys who like start flinging their limbs and heads around and singing the song around the fire, that's the scariest part of the movie.
The ones that roll their eyes, they roll their eyes like dice.
Oh, yeah, them.
I saw that. Well, I saw it in a documentary because they were talking about how like all the Muppet guys were saying like it was like literally impossible to do, and they kept telling Henson it was impossible to do, and he kept being like figure it out.
I mean, to be fair, it is kind of memorable. I mean, the effort was well placed, I suppose. It's just super creepy.
Of everything in that movie, the thing I remember most is the contact juggling that Michael Motion does from behind Bowie's back. It's amazing.
Talking about. Yeah.
Maddie from $4.99 says Eddie Valiant or change the name to Jack Daniels. That is one of those jokes in Roger Rabbit that I didn't get until I was an adult.
That book is
Fox
entirely different than the movie.
Yes. Liquid Fox for $2 Canadian says, if your Bane is good, then I am Mickey Mouse. How dare you? There you go, Lord. I got the reference.
Yes, but you got to do it with a Scottish accent.
If your Bane is good, then I am Mickey Mouse.
No. He's the German guy. Harrison's doing the Scottish. How dare he?
How dare he?
The impression didn't click for me for a second, and I thought it was this Austrian painter we've all heard of that you were doing.
Yeah, no, not that one. Regina Sharp for $5 says kidney stones. Godspeed, Mr. Vash.
Really?
Vash's kidney stones just made me $5.
That's the best part to focus on.
Yeah.
Not the Godspeed for it.
Well, technically YouTube takes 30%, so not quite 5% or $5.
Thank you.
Marvin, I hate to disappoint you, but Nolan and I are on the same page regarding what?
I'll allow it, Maravita.
Trish, Maravita don't have the time to listen to you whine.
I would have gone with the two of you would walk this lonely road.
I would go with not any Green Day songs ever because.
Right, next time I see Vash, I'm going to have to buy him a drink for $5 now. That his kidney stones got me $5.
Wasn't listening to a lick of what we were saying about Green Day. Still about the $5.
I was having a moral dilemma in my head.
Would one say you were a basket case? Green Day joke, come on, guys. Thank you, Nolan.
You got into it. We're all Green Day bringing us all together.
Doing it. Ugh, I feel a little making a Green Day
Dirty
joke.
All right, next story.
Wake me up when September ends.
Sydney's back. Go. Not Green Day reference. My brain went to Wham.
Okay.
She's so pretty.
This is kind of a wild story. So Sydney Sweeney is doing a advertisement now for Jimmy Choo's.
Okay.
One of the videos, she is a ballerina.
I don't know what Jimmy Choos are, but I want them.
They're shoes, Lauren. So this tweet was going around saying Sydney Sweeney pretending to be a ballerina in an ad is so disrespectful to all the girls who have spent their lives learning the craft. Just for some basic blonde girl to come in and pretend to be one of them. Shame. Now, since then, some have claimed that this is not a real tweet. That this is something fabricated or satire. However, it did start actual progressive hating on her over this.
What does it say that it's completely believable?
It's 100% believable. So, I mean, this is literally the part of the ad. That's it. So, I mean, we made the case that, obviously the great Jeans debacle, voter registration witch hunt. We made the case that acting. Natalie Portman also was not a lifelong professional ballerina before Black Swan. She had just taken some classes as a child. Mickey Rourke wasn't a professional wrestler when he started The Wrestler. Liam Neeson wasn't a retared CIA assassin when he made Taken, and Danny Glover had never managed a Major League Baseball team before Angels in the Outfield. So,
I don't necessarily know that I believe that about Liam Neeson.
I was just going to say, are we sure? Liam Neeson?
I have to actually look into it.
You know,
you might have wondered if he was like a green beret or something, but
or a pink beret,
guys. The hate against this woman is absolutely insane.
I don't think she cares.
I don't think she does either because she's raking in the money right now,
and I just don't think she cares. Period.
For all the attention that she gets, I've made this argument before. I'm going to make it again. It's not because she's pretty. It's because she's funny. She's aware of the fact that she's pretty and that she's getting away with it. She's in on the joke. And I think that's what makes her attractive, is that
Yes.
I think she's got a great sense of humor. And that's what makes her more attractive than all of these other just miserable people who just can't stand the fact that she's having fun.
And I think one thing that backs up your point, Lauren, is that she started getting more traction when she was making fun of that awful spider
Madam Web.
Madam Web.
Oh, Madam Web, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because and then she wore that dress to the premiere that was like, you know, what got her noticed.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, and this is what I think. This will tell me if I'm right about this, is that there's going to come a point at which beauty will fade. You know, that will go in time. If she is able to successfully remake herself as a comic actress, which she has had roles like that, she could turn out to be a Betty Davis type, you know? And I kind of think I get the sense that that's the kind of sense of humor that she has. And so I'm curious to see what kind of role she takes on as she gets older, because I have a feeling that's the direction they're going to go.
A lot of the criticism of people calling her mid have been because of her face, which, you know, most guys were like, well, yeah, but who cares?
She's got a face.
But I see her having the same career trajectory as like Mae West did nearly 100 years ago,
Lord.
where she just kind of owns it, that she knows exactly why people are interested in her and she's fine with it.
Well,
give me two reasons why.
Left and right.
Honestly, though, I think she has got a charm about her. And a lot of it, I think, it's the idealized vision of the girl next door that you went to high school with. It's what when you think back on those times and just going out to like a bonfire and having fun with somebody who was pretty and beautiful, and the possibilities felt like they were endless when you're young. And she seems to tap into that. It's the girl next door vibe, and she's got a sense of humor about it. And I think that's why she's working. I think it's also probably what makes her uncancelable, is that how are you going to argue against just being fun? You know, because that's really all she's doing. She's just having fun.
Girls just want to have fun.
I think it only works if you care too. Canceling, I don't care. So it's like, how do you cancel someone who's just like whatever?
Well, you say that you can't cancel somebody who just wants to have fun, but we got rid of comedy for the most part. Like,
yeah.
I think a big thing with it too is the reality is that, can we say the word on the show? You know, lust, I'll say lust. Lust sells in this day and age, and she's capitalizing it. So it doesn't matter how much they cry to her about this. She's swimming in a pool of tears right now. Like, she's a millionaire and she's going to keep capitalizing, because I think she's honestly a very, very wise business woman. Like,
she's going to get more. She's going to get more endorsement deals, because American Eagle stock is up 25%. It went up like $4. Like, it's insane how high, how amazing she has done for that company, all because of that jeans ad. And like I said on the pro show today when we were talking about this, I said, you know, like, we have pictures in this article of the store in Times Square, because I went in there when I was in New York. And you know what I saw in there? They had these ads all over the place. And what else they had were people buying jeans. The store was packed with people that were shopping. So people were going in there and they were buying jeans, and they were doing it probably because of her.
And the reality is, she's not just going to be the poster girl for American Eagle forever. You know, she's not going to be like Danica Patrick with GoDaddy. Like, this is dominoing. She's already in the Baskin Robbins ad. We had this new ad here featured right here. Like, this is going to do wonders for, you know, marketing as a whole if you're into this sort of thing, which I think a lot of us are.
I just don't understand how miserable. God.
I was just going to say, one thing is that I don't actually know if I've ever seen her in a movie. I've seen her on all kinds of advertisements, but I don't know that I've seen a movie that she's in. I know of movies that she is in.
I've seen her on TV.
I'd be curious also to see, could she pull off a heavy dramatic role? Would she be able to? Yeah,
I saw her in Sharp Objects on HBO, which is based off of a book, and it's dark. It's basically
Was she good?
I don't want to give a spoiler because I mean you kind of figure out some stuff that's going on. Yeah, she was good in it.
Well, kind of what I was wondering is I've been in kind of a noir mood lately, and I wondered, could she play a femme fatale but play it straight? You know, could you buy her as a conflicted or possibly sinister woman? And if she's got acting chops, that's only going to help. You know, and so that's I would like to see what's her range. I'm betting that she's got business savvy, she's got the personality, she's got the public on her side. What else can she do?
Lauren, can I present a question to you on this topic? You know,
You may,
Marvel
Nolan.
clearly, you know, let the ship sail on the whole idea because you're talking about femme fatales. Everybody and their grandma wanted to see her as Black Cat, and we know they're not going to do that because Feige, Iger, whatever have you. Do you think this is a good chance? Do you think James Gunn is smart enough to swoop in and make her Catwoman or something like that?
I don't know. It's like I have such a hard time getting a read on Gunn because a lot of stuff he does, I like. A lot of it, I just ask myself, what are you thinking? What are you doing here? And I'm not sure that I would really want to see her in DC anyway. I'm not so sure I'm interested in many more superhero movies for a while. I'm kind of in the mood lately to see things that are more grounded, things that are a little more serious, and that's kind of why I was going in the noir direction. I would like to see one movie that she is in right now that I do want to see is called Americana, but from what I understand, it sounded like it didn't do that good at the box office, which kind of surprised me because I thought the trailer looked great, but I haven't gotten to the theater to see it yet.
That's
Somebody
a fair
told me
argument
she was in a
because
horror flick. Like a nunsploitation movie kind of thing. Immaculate, I think.
Yeah, she was. I can't remember it, but I know what you're talking of. I know of it, and yeah, I believe she was. I don't remember the name though. I'm sure someone in the chat will know it.
We've been saying it for forever, and people have been talking about it online. The smartest thing Bud Light could do right now is to get her to do a campaign.
Yeah,
it would be. It would. I think it would fix a lot of that problem.
And hasn't there been a fan petition for her to be Darth Talon?
No. I disagree, Nolan. Don't get excited.
Yeah, but she'd be playing Darth Talon in live action. It's an animated show. Or why do you say no, Lauren?
Why do I say no? Well, firstly, I know a lot of people really like Darth Talon. I'm not one of them. I was not a huge fan of the Legacy series. I know that George was kind of obsessed with Darth Talon and wanted to pluck her in and put her all kinds of places, including the sequel trilogy. But I don't know. For some reason, Sydney doesn't strike me as Darth Talon material. That's just I don't see it.
You want to protect her.
Yeah.
I get that.
Well, it's honestly smart in the long run because, like, we've seen, at least on the superhero side of things, whenever these actors or actresses switch to these movies, like, it seems like that's kind of the end of freedom in their career because, like, take, like, even Ryan Reynolds. Like, has he had any hits since he's become Deadpool? I could be completely wrong on that, but I feel like once you get that superhero mentality, you start kind of getting typecasted.
Well, you know, there's a Ryan Reynolds movie that I actually kind of like. It's kind of a guilty pleasure that's come out since Deadpool. I don't remember the name of it, and I have to look it up every year when I try to find it. But he did a movie for Apple TV Plus with Will Ferrell, a Christmas movie.
That's a different one than the one I was thinking of. He also did a Netflix movie with a kid that was actually pretty good that I liked. It was a sci-fi
Adam
flick.
Project.
That's the one.
Or
Yeah,
Project Adam, maybe.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad either. He was also in Free Guy, so he's had some pretty big hits outside of Deadpool.
I gotta look up the name of this movie now. I usually don't look it up until
he was in a movie
Spirited.
called Underground. Oh, Spirited. Yeah, I remember hearing about that one.
I really liked that. I really liked Spirited. I thought Spirited had a really cool concept, and I liked the songs. I watch it it has made its way into my Christmas rotation, which that rotation has been locked in for a lot of years. So, you know, for something to make its way into that, it takes a lot.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. All right. You know what? While I want to move ahead to the next story, I was trying to hold off for Kevin to get here, but we got to move into it because I want to make sure we have Lauren for it. James Gunn has announced the next Superman sequel, kind of, Man of Tomorrow. This is going to be a multi-part story here. So he says, Man of Tomorrow in theater July 9th, 2027. That's a fast turnaround, by the way. The announcement comes just months after Superman soared into theaters earlier this year, and it already is buzzing over its direction. Now, here's my question. Are Lex Luthor and Superman allies in this? Because look at these images. This one by Jorge Jimenez and this one by Jim Lee. They do not appear to be at odds.
No.
So my question is Man of Tomorrow a Lex Luthor movie that also features Superman?
I think that's a valid point. Go ahead, Lauren.
Yeah, I that's my deduction too. And I think there was a good point made on the pro show last night that I think this is Lex's redemption arc with the public. My guess is we were talking about this, that it's going to be a Brainiac movie, and that Lex is going to have to team up with Superman to try and fend off an alien invasion, and that will restore Lex's image with the public to springboard his political campaign to become president. And I don't remember who made the point. It may have been you, Nolan. I don't remember, but it was his slogan would be that he is the man of tomorrow. And I suspect at the climax of the thing, you'll see him backstab Supes, and it'll lead off to whatever the next Superman movie actually is. So that's just my take. I think it's definitely going to be Lex-centric, though.
I mean, I think the Luxo suit looks great in this artwork. I hope that's what it actually looks like in the thing. This looks like in the comics, in the New 52, when they did that Lex Luthor babyface turn, where he joined the Justice League, basically. So, yeah, I think that's what we're looking at here. But I think he's still going to end up being a villain. Now, James Gunn has been very clear from the beginning that this is not Superman 2. So he was asked, someone says, I'm a little confused right now. Is this the same movie you've talked about in the past? The one where you said Superman had a major role, but wasn't exactly a sequel? Or is this a different movie and this one is actually Superman 2? And he says, yes, sorry. This is the same movie. Superman has a major role. It's not Superman 2. So it sounds like it's going to be more of an ensemble piece than a full-blown Lex Luthor movie. I would imagine the Justice Gang would be in it. I would imagine that maybe even the Lanterns would be in it. And unfortunately, guys, I think Peacemaker's going to be in it.
That's because of the other news that I'm guessing you're going to tease here.
Yep. So I was actually feeling kind of good about this until today, when James Gunn calls Peacemaker Season 2 a prequel to Man of Tomorrow. Superman's future is not for kids. James Gunn is once again starting the pot, just hours after confirming the upcoming Man of Tomorrow movie isn't a straightforward Superman 2. The DC Studios co-head took to social media to describe Peacemaker Season 2 as the Man of Tomorrow prequel. That single statement may have just redefined what fans can expect from his new DC universe, and not in a way the parents will be happy about. So, of course, Peacemaker starring John Cena is one of Gunn's trademark projects, a raunchy, violent, and filled with, adulty content. The HBO Max series carries a TVMA rating complete with full frontal nudity, graphic violence, and crude humor. In other words, it's about as far as you can get from traditional family-friendly Superman brand. By calling Peacemaker Season 2 the prequel to Man of Tomorrow, Gunn is signaling that audiences will need to watch this adults-only show in order to fully understand the setup for the next Superman film, or at least they'll have missed out if they don't. So here it is right here. He says, watch the Man of Tomorrow prequel, a.k.a. Peacemaker Season 2, airing a new episode tonight on HBO Max at 9 p.m. Guys, this killed any hope that I had.
Maybe it's not alluding to Peacemaker being there, but that the big villain, in this case Brainiac, comes from this alternate universe.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's again, it's if you have to watch Peacemaker Season 2 to fully appreciate Man of Tomorrow, you've lost. Because people
that's the same thing as having to watch Captain Marvel to understand Infinity War. That's just them trying to sell tickets.
Does it seem sometimes like James Gunn has to make the Superman movie, but he doesn't really want to?
Yes. It's like all he wants to do is play with his friends and his wife and his brother, and he has to keep putting Superman things, though. And so you're going to take, and I guess they're doing the same thing with Deadpool if he's going to be in the Avengers. Like, you're going to take this potty mouth character that's in the, but Peacemaker is a lot worse than Deadpool in every conceivable way, and suddenly put it in a situation where this one's going to be family friendly. Everything else wasn't, but this one's got to be.
Yeah, even just like the nudity and stuff, it's like having to watch like Akira in order to understand My Hero Academia. It's like, it's very terrible marketing. Like, they have no clue how to market this.
Yeah. Martin, what do you think?
I kind of agree with Lorne that it's going to be like when Disney tried to say you had to watch Captain Marvel to understand the next Avengers movie. I think it's not going to be true. I do sort of worry that Lex is going to be the Man of Tomorrow of the title.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah, I mean, I just worry about that because it seems like a James Gunn thing to do.
So you don't want that,
right? Yeah, I don't. Superman's the Man of Tomorrow,
right? Well, I mean, I've seen it in the comics where you can argue that they both kind of are. I've seen it in the comics as well where they have actually called Lex the Man of Tomorrow.
So
yeah, that's true.
You sure that? Go ahead.
Do we think that all of the affiliated movies are going to be taking their titles from the comics so that next one may be Man of Steel or something like that?
Last Son of Krypton.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I would like
I'm sure they'll tie it in some way, because I bet what James Gunn's going to do, because I think he kind of tropes this up a bit by now, there's probably going to be a big thing at either the sequel to Man of Tomorrow or at the end of this movie where Lex Luthor is like, yes, I am the Man of Tomorrow. And Superman says like a witty joke where he's like, no, I am, and like punches him. I know it's very obvious, but I feel like James Gunn will go for the low ball, but that's just me.
Yeah, I was excited and now I'm not. Like, if Peacemaker was in this universe and just kind of existed off to the side and it's a little contained story, did his own thing, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? There's a place for that. If we're going to start connecting this to Superman, then I don't like it.
Well, go back to that artwork though, because that's what I think got people excited when this was announced, is that the artwork looks great. And if they can capture that look and the vibe of what they're showing there, maybe there's still something to get excited about. I don't put a lot of stock into this Peacemaker talk because he's got projects that he wants to sell. They want to get eyeballs on it. This is one way to try and direct people that way. Also, is Superman holding a screwdriver?
He is.
Yes.
I'm just curious about that. I love that shot, though. I really hope that they managed to pull off that look and do it right. Nicholas Hoult, I think he was great as Lex, but I felt that he played it maybe a little bit too hot. I'd like to see him be a little more cool and collected, maybe. But that's the only real Lex complaint that I had.
Well, I mean, we only saw him be like real hot during the like when he was in the control room and things were kind of spiraling. I liked the way he was, like when Superman stormed into his office and he was super calm, or when he was talking on the news and he was very poised, or talking to the the government. So I thought that he played a very layered Lex Luthor. He's definitely my favorite, cinematic Lex Luthor that we've had. Because while I do love Michael Rosenbaum, and still, it's not the Lex Luthor that I like. So
yeah, I agree with you. I think the most recent Lex Luthor is the best adaptation so far.
Yeah, I would have said John Cryer, but the later seasons of Supergirl ruined him.
Oh, I thought you were saying specifically Silver Screen.
Yeah, if we're going specifically Silver Screen, it would be Nicholas Hoult. If we're going anything, I don't know. I really like John Cryer as Lex Luthor in Supergirl. I was upset that they didn't have him in Superman and Lois until they revealed their Lex Luthor in Superman and Lois, and he was perfect. Because they did like Bruiser Lex.
Do you remember a Smallville episode that was basically Lex Luthor's version of A Christmas Carol?
Yeah, Lexmas.
It's a great episode. I think it's one of the best Lex stories that's ever been live action.
Yeah, I agree. Oh my goodness.
It's not a
all right,
super chat, but I have to bring mention to it. Chef Eddie said Lex Luthor will be played by Flint Hart Glomgold, and Bruce Wayne will be played by Scrooge McDuck. Good man. Good man.
And then after they defeat Brainiac,
I defeated Scrooge McDuck! We were on the same team!
Now I want to hear David Tennant say, "I am the knight."
Oh my gosh. All right. So let's get to some super chats and then see what else we have to talk about here tonight. So, oh, hold on. It was next one was Maravita says, sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. Just keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid or am I stoned?
I like Nolan looking like he's playing a ukulele.
Yeah.
Ukulele cover coming soon, everybody.
She says, I played this on repeat for days. I never liked Green Day. I wasn't a
album
fan.
though makes me think of junior high. So there's a part of me that when I hear anything from it, I'm like, I don't hate on it.
Around that time, if I wasn't listening to Weird Al Yankovic's food album, I was listening to WWE The Music Volume 3.
Okay. It's fascinating.
I think that was when I
What? You
discovered
didn't
Zeppelin.
You think that's when you were listening to Led Zeppelin? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
No judgment, Marv. It's just,
I'm
that's
just
all.
saying. That's what I liked. Virginia Sharp for $5 says it's just like Madame Pompadour. Sydney Sweeney has the cutest and well-developed personality. I agree. Maddie for $4.99 says my uncle Thumper had a problem with his probate. He had to take these big pills and drink lots of water. Not prostate, you idiot. Probate. XJ Cherokee Bear for $4 says, what if Randy Savage did a jeans ad?
Oh my god. Yes.
Oh yeah. Virginia Sharp for $5.
With him with the leg up in the air like Sydney Sweeney.
I can see it. Virginia Sharp for $5. No gods above. James Gunn is the Tony Khan of superhero movies, except he can't have his daddy pay for his toys and fan fiction. No, he just has Warner Brothers pay for it. And then Thanatos Felicitas, member for 1 month, says James Gunn's style and taste are the reason why I am not watching anything from DC. That's the thing. I need to see something in this universe that was not directly developed by James Gunn. Because so far, everything we've seen has been directly from James Gunn. Creature Commandos, Superman, and Peacemaker. I need to see if his signature style is going to bleed into everything before I'll sign off. And I need to see something that's not Supergirl, because I think he will bleed into Supergirl a bit. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I know I don't want him anywhere near Batman.
Oh, gosh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, we're getting a Damian Wayne Robin through a James Gunn Batman.
Isn't that the one Lauren hates?
Yeah, it is. No, I mean, we're definitely getting a Damian Wayne Robin. That's confirmed. Because Brave and the Bold is the Batman Son story.
I guess I would be open to having my mind changed about Damian if they found an actor who could pull it off and do it right. I just hated the kid in the comics. I just hated him. He's just a prick, and I can't do it. So,
do you agree though that Batman is going to be the most important character that they cast in this?
He's the
he's
the most important character in the DC universe. I mean, as much as I do love Superman and have a soft spot for Superman, Batman is what makes Detective Comics, because that's where the DC name comes from. And you got to get it right. I'm afraid if you're doing something like The Brave and the Bold and you're bringing in Robin, the reason you bring in Robin is to lighten up Batman. Now, yeah. Damian's a twist there in that he's not very much of a lightener, but there's things that you can't do with Batman when Robin's there that you can do when he's not. And I'm for dark and gritty Batman. who happens to be a detective. As soon as you start lightening up Batman, you lose me pretty hard. So um, now I'd be more interested in a world's finest adaptation. If you're going to do Superman and Batman and contrast those two relationships, I think there's a lot of fertile ground that you can cover there if it's properly cast for the role. I don't know who it is that I would want to play Batman right now, though. I've heard some talk about, I'm going to get his name wrong. I think it's Alan Richardson, the Jack Reacher guy.
Actually, I think he's too big.
Well, did you guys see this? Tyler Hoechlin wants to play Batman.
Really?
Yeah. And at first I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. And then I thought about it. And I was like, wait a minute. That actually might be really good.
It could be.
Like, he's got the jaw for it, for sure. And I mean, he's also proven like he's got range. He's my favorite live action Superman. And he is he's also Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII. So, you know, he can do dark. Like, he can do dark and mysterious. I think he would be a phenomenal pick. And I think one that would be instantly popular because his Superman is very popular.
My vote is Jensen Ackles. It's my vote.
He did say he wanted it, didn't he?
And the voice.
He's been saying it for forever. He
he's
was
doing
the
it
voice
everywhere.
of Red Hood in something. I know. So he's like kind of in that universe already from voicing.
he
he voiced Red Hood?
Yeah.
He
He
voiced
voiced
Red
Batman,
Hood,
too.
but he's done
Oh,
both.
that's right.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah. I
When
forgot about
was he
him voicing
Batman?
Um,
When did he voice Batman? Which one?
I think it might have been is that right? Might have been the Long Halloween. Let me double check.
While he's looking for that, I will say Damian sort of worked better when Dick Grayson was Batman, and they inverted the angsty role was Robin, and the lighter was Batman. But that was always going to be a temporary thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was the Long Halloween, and I would say if you were going to do that, then the adaptation I'd want to see is Gates of Gotham. That's when Dick was acting as Batman while Bruce was sort of dead.
Dead.
Right, but they're not going to do Gates of Gotham in the DC movie universe.
No.
Because you want Bruce as Batman if you're going to do a Batman movie.
Yep.
Let's see. But Bookstore Thor, who writes for us on That Park Place and is an excellent writer, says Alan Richardson says he talked to Gunn and won't be Batman, but possibly someone else. It also came up recently that somebody thought that what's his face? Chris Pratt was going to be Batman, and James Gunn said no, but he will be somebody else. Now, there's nobody in the DC universe for Chris Pratt to be other than Booster Gold.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It would be funny if Richardson ended up being Aquaman again.
That would be funny.
Didn't they say that Booster Gold was already Kumail Nanjiani?
So I was just about to bring that up. That was a rumor that was going around for a while that the quote unquote star of Eternals, who is just one of my most hated actors of Hollywood, Kumail Nanjiani, was going to be Booster Gold in DC. Now, originally this came out like last year, and then James Gunn had actually said no, or he said that like a picture wasn't enough to that wasn't a confirmation of anything. So basically, we were like, oh, okay, it's not going to be that. But then the rumor spread up again after this picture of them together at the Peacemaker premiere hit, which I'm like, that's what you wear to a premiere? You're wearing like a t-shirt, dude. But an Apocalyptic Horseman who's an insider who is a leaker says it's happening. That would be the worst casting in the history of the world. To make this wiener Booster Gold.
Wiener.
He is a wiener.
Listen, I watched Silicon.
This is the guy who cried because they made him do sit-ups for Eternals.
I watched Silicon Valley, and that's the only thing I can see him as him in Silicon Valley.
Chris Pratt is Booster Gold.
Yeah, he was born for it.
The only thing I can think of is that maybe because I think Booster Gold is getting an HBO Max series and not a movie, I think it might not be big enough for Chris Pratt.
I want someone completely new for these things, and that goes for Marvel too. You know, like just pluck someone who hasn't done much. Yeah, just pluck someone who's maybe done a little bit. But
who's the last one they did with that? Was Florence Pugh hadn't really done much. He was just Zach Braff's girlfriend, really. And then they made her the Black Widow, and she immediately dumped Zach Braff.
But I feel like I already kind of knew who she was by then, though.
The second that she got more famous than him, she dumped him. Which was amazing. Because Zach Braff is notoriously a douche.
I've never met him, but I have heard that.
Yeah.
I just didn't like that he started a Kickstarter for Garden State. I'm like, you Scrubs money? What are you hitting up regular people for? You were on Scrubs for 8 years.
And then every other movie had a soundtrack compiled by him for a couple of years there.
Yep. Yeah, he's a
perfect example of where you love a show but you don't like the main character. For me,
yeah, I like JD. I just don't like Zach Braff.
I don't like JD. I mean, JD's okay. He's not like Ted Mosby levels for me because I can't stand Ted Mosby.
Isn't Dr. Cox the main character?
Really? Well, to be fair,
Ted Mosby is fine for the first 2 seasons. And then they leaned into, once he was no longer the main character, when the show really became more about Marshall and Lily, that was when they were like, well, we have to make Ted wacky, so we'll just make him a douche.
It's smart because Marshall was my favorite person in How I Met Your Mother.
That episode where they count down to his father's death is, I've only ever watched that one once.
Jason Segel's also one of my favorite people in Freaks and Geeks, which is really funny because he worked on the Muppets. I wanted to say this earlier, and Seth Rogen worked on the Muppets. I'm like, who's next? John Francis Daley to work on the Muppets?
Right.
Someone else from Freaks and Geeks working on the Muppets, Martin Starr, something like that. Who's also in Silicon Valley. Look at that.
So it has layers, right? Trick, did you see this one? Warwick Davis, Professor Flitwick in the HBO Harry Potter series. It looks like he is going to be back in Hogwarts. I wonder if they're going to make him look any different. But he is once again going to be Professor Phileas Flitwick. He will not be Griphook, though.
They're not making Hagrid look different. So maybe not.
Yeah. So maybe not.
I mean, down to the costume, so.
You know what? You know the crazy thing about this is, with the exception of the big exception, the casting for this show has been spot on perfect. And it's just the first one out the gate was that stage casting, and it has ruined the entire thing.
I don't want to sound like a broken record. I don't trust it.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just don't trust it.
Every episode about TV is someone's first.
I just don't trust the writing, and I just don't trust it. Especially even from before that, with the thing that one guy said, the head writer, whoever he is. What
did he say?
Well, he was saying stuff about how he couldn't play around with it. He was making it well, it's her property, so I can't play around with it. But you got the impression he was gonna play around with it, and it sounds like he's playing around with it. And it felt as if I think if I remember right, he said he hadn't read it or anything. And I'm thinking, what a wonderful person to have running something that's supposed to be on the books.
I have read it. People that brag about having never read the books that are involved in these things, the guy who played Dumbledore, Michael Gambon, was it, or whatever his name? Yeah, he bragged that he never read the books. I'm like, yeah, it shows.
Entire dude on fire. But I do like Warwick Davis, so get that bag, as the kids say. Warwick.
At least I scrolled down here, Trish. You see this first paragraph here is Richard Durden as Professor Binns. Who is not
just that there's a Binns.
Yeah, we have a Professor Binns. So that was pretty neat.
I mean, yeah.
So, by the way, to answer a question in the chat, yes, Kumail Nanjiani, I would rather see Pedro Pascal in things than him.
Wow. I didn't see
no,
that.
I hate him. Like I cannot stand the sound of his voice. I hated when he popped up in Obi-Wan because I was like, he's taking Hondo Ohnaka's spot because that should have been Hondo.
Flames on the side of my face.
On the side of my face. I gotta pull that clip.
There's so many clips from that movie. It's so good.
But yeah, I mean, you know, the Snape thing is just killing it for so many people. And Trish, let me ask you this question: if they had made McGonagall black, would you have cared?
To a point, maybe less of a point as this, but to a point.
I wouldn't have cared because it wouldn't have changed anything.
See,
about
here's
who
the thing. Here's the thing that annoys me about this. Just in whole, it doesn't have to be Harry Potter. People wanted book accurate, and it feels like they start moving the goalposts. So you start saying things like, "Well, it's okay if this person's not book accurate. It's okay if this person's not book accurate." That's the part of it on the whole that annoys me. It's not a problem in general. Like, you know, Kevin likes to use what's his face, who's Kingpin, Michael Clark Duncan, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair in general, but it's more like the principle of it that annoys me. It's one of those things where it's like, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. McGonagall's a white Scottish woman. There's nothing wrong with that. Make her a white Scottish woman. I mean, to use your example.
Well,
and that's the part of it that annoys me.
If they're going to be accurate with this movie being in the 90s and they're costuming as if it's the 1990s, how many old Scottish women were not Scottish, like ethnically Scottish, in the 90s?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
but at the same time, a great performance. Sorry, Marvin. By the way, you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, sorry. It's this microphone. I don't know what's wrong with it. So,
but
can you hear me now?
Still popping.
It's still popping, but not in the good way the kids talk about.
Like your lip gloss. Oh, that's a throwback.
What I was going to say, though,
hopefully
is, yeah, you're still popping a little bit.
It's not better,
but good casting or a good performance smooths over a lot of stuff for the fans. Like, for instance, Michael Clark Duncan as the Kingpin, Bucky not being a kid, instead being, you know, a grown man who looks like a soldier. Blade being different in the Blade movies. All those things the fans took to really well. As long as it works, the fans will forgive a lot more than people think the fans forgive.
That makes sense.
It's when disrespect is shown that the fans revolt.
Yeah. And then this weird vibe of, I think it's more that people turn around and go, well, if it were this, I wouldn't care. If it were that, I wouldn't care. It's like, we never used to say stuff like that. And I feel like they make moves to make you say that. Is what it
I think
feels
we're
like.
almost like it's almost like we're mourning it already. We're in the bargaining stage when we start doing things like that. I think.
Wait, what?
It's almost like we're in the morning, like we're mourning Harry Potter, and we're like bargaining. Like, I'd be okay if they did it like this, like just trying to like
yeah. When initially what people wanted was for it to be book accurate across the board. So like that's, I guess, yeah, thank you. That's a good point. Like, that's my point. It doesn't have to be Harry Potter. It could be anything. It could be, I don't know, Star Trek or something, you know, something that has a big, it's just that thing that starts happening. Like, it's almost bad. You almost feel like you're a bad person. Or you start going, and it's almost like it's calculated in a sense. Like, well, if we make it to here, well, they've said they don't mind this. So now we'll just, and it gets further and further away from accurate. It feels like it's almost like on two levels that they're trying to do something in a sense. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. That's just, there's nothing wrong with wanting it to be book accurate in every way. And you start feeling like, yeah, that's what's wrong of me to want.
Somebody please let Nolan speak.
Thank you. It gives them excuse to be lazy. We already had 8 movies of stuff that wasn't that accurate to the book. It was accurate in some regards, but people have been clamoring for this new series. This is what something fans wanted. Was there anybody asking for, hey, I want a new version of Harry Potter, but I don't want book accurate, but I don't want the Daniel Radcliffe movies. I just want something in the middle. Did anybody actually want that besides Warner Brothers?
I think an awful lot of this comes from the fact that creators hate doing licensed properties in general because they feel hamstrung by something that somebody else created. And a creator wants to create. So they try and find ways to deviate to satisfy their own sense of what something should be because they think, well, I could do it better. You know, there's always going to be the creator ego that's involved there. And also, even if you set the ego aside, there are hundreds and thousands of choices that the creators have to make. And sometimes they're going to get it wrong. That's actually when we were having this conversation about the casting of Snape. I asked the question, if he turned in a really solid performance, would it work? Because I agree with you. In this case, it probably won't because of the nature of the role in the story and the context of that role. But in most cases, performance trumps everything else. If you can sell a solid performance and make me buy into the character, I'll forgive almost anything. But it still has to work within the context of the story, and I'm afraid that's what they're breaking here.
Well, I think the other thing, too, is, I don't know how to word it. Everybody's always qualifying everything. I even feel myself wanting to do it. He's probably an excellent actor. If you feel compelled to say it has nothing to do with him as an actor. And I guess I'm a little tired of feeling like if you want, and plus they're the ones who said it was going to be faithful to the books. I didn't make them say that. I don't drive that home. I didn't repeat it after they're already not accurate to everything. So it's like, there's that too. They're coasting on that. They're trying to ride on that. They're trying to use that. And so then that makes you more defensive of that because you told me that's what you were going to do and you're not doing it. But then it becomes, well, you're the bad person and you're being a stickler for it. It's like, not really. I mean, I want what you told me I was going to get. And it's just, I don't know. And I think a lot of it too is just, if they didn't do this stuff all the time now, maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal, but I think people are just tired of their stuff being fiddled with in one way or another, whether it's gender, whether it's race, whether it's, I think people are just over it. And when you said about being creative, it's like, yeah, they do, but then I'm kind of like, well, maybe they're not creative enough to create fully the whole shebang. And that's why they do these things, because the creative output in general from that industry is rough lately.
What if the Snape casting is about making sure the show qualifies for BAFTA nominations?
Okay,
it's very
from my
very
perspective.
That's an unforgivable excuse because you should not be making the story to try to get awards. But
I totally
honestly,
get it.
I could see it.
That's what a lot of these people are going to be doing because that's what spiffs their career.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it should be for the love of the story, and that's why the fans get upset. This is something that is personal to everybody who is a fan of any fandom, whether it's, you know, Star Wars and Indiana Jones for me, Supernatural for Trish, Superman for Kevin, Nolan, whatever it is that you like.
Is it that hard?
It's always that it becomes a part of you. And when you feel that that's being disrespected because these guys are not giving it its proper due, that feels like a personal attack. And it's why when you piss off the fans, it's very difficult to ever win them back.
Yeah, well said. Well said. All right, guys. Is my mic still popping, by the way?
No, fine now.
I'm good now.
All right. Yeah. Well, I learned what I have to do. I have to just unplug it and plug it back in, I guess. Well,
Did you turn it off and then turn it back on?
I did exactly that. I think that's about all we've got for tonight. We, not a huge news week, but I do want to let everyone know at 11 p.m. EST, Dis and Awful are going live over on the Awful Wrestling channel. And I hope you guys will all listen to that because they're doing the second episode of Dis is Awful. And so, yeah, go give them a listen. Oh, we got another super chat. I know, it's a great name, isn't it?
Yes.
Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says, I really hope that Harry Potter turns out to be great. I'm not a fan, but I witnessed my favorite franchise die with Afterbirth. I don't want that for you guys. So thank you, Liquid Fox.
And that's how I
Appreciate
feel
that.
like when you guys talk about stuff. I'm like, I don't want that, even though I have no personal attachment. I don't want that for you guys.
Yeah. Lauren, you have got to head out. So why don't you tell the fine folks where they can find out more about you and what you are up to?
We'll be putting on the Lord and the Apollo show tomorrow night. Again, this is going to be Kevin's show. We haven't fully discussed everything that's going to be on there, and I don't want to give it away because he's not here, and I don't know if he wanted it to be a surprise. But I'm hoping all of you fine folks out in the chat will drop in and see what we're doing. You guys know all the regular stuff that I do, so I don't need to plug all of that again. I'm just happy to be back this week, and hope you guys all have a great rest of your week and weekend.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Martin Stone, tell the fine folks where they can find you and everything you are up to.
Well, you can find me over on T3PO, where just last week we released Jim and Maxie Return, which was a lot of great fun because it was Nolan, Hangry, and I out of our comfort zone and learning from Trish about girl stuff. We missed out on...
That sounds like a good one.
Yeah, it was fun. We missed out on recording this last week. Sorry, folks. But this week we will be returning with The Wizard, which Nolan, even with all his love for Nintendo, had never actually watched.
And after seeing it, I can confirm the last 20 minutes are the only relevant thing about the movie.
Nolan Thunder, tell the folks where they can find out more about you and what you are up to.
All right, well, I'm currently working on a Halloween special over on my channel at Nolan Thunder for my series Lost in the Files. It's a mix of B-movie horror, comedy, and documentaries. I talk about all sorts of video game urban legends. So if you like a good internet or video game mystery, please check out my series. It's got an 80s synthesizer themed soundtrack, and it's original soundtrack. It's got original stories. So if that kind of thing floats your boat, please check out that shindig.
Awesome. And Trish, what do you got going on?
Lost Guys here, being fantastic. I'm waiting for the look from Lauren. See, I looked right at Lauren when I said it.
Trish, I'm going to put you on. I'm going to put you on the spot. Monday night.
No, I'm not answering you on the spot because I don't know. Monday night. What time? No, we're not doing this here. We're not doing this here. No.
Okay.
Look at Lauren. If there's one thing you don't do with me is put me on the spot like that. No.
And it's all right.
Yeah. No.
I just wanted to be able to promote when we're doing it if we wanted to do it as a live stream.
Yeah. No, we haven't decided that yet. There you go.
Okay. That's fine. Well, then on Monday, I'll do a members only live stream during the day. And then Trish and I will work out a time for Crime and Punishment because it will be, we're going to really try to do it sometime in the next week or two. So, all right. And for me, guys, just make sure you're checking out the new videos that are coming out. We got a new one coming out in the morning about all the James Gunn Superman stuff. So please make sure you check out those Snoop Dogg videos that came out earlier in the week as well. Please give them a like and a share. It helps us tremendously with the algorithm. And make sure you check out This Is Awful at 11 p.m. on the Awful Wrestling YouTube channel. All right.
Wait, before you continue, I did mean to say to you, yes, it's Snoop Dogg, not Snoop Doggy Dogg anymore, Marv. Like you said at the beginning of the show. You really showed your age there, buddy.
I just wanted to say it. Wait, did he actually? I thought that was just a nickname that he went by, was Snoop Doggy Dogg.
He's just Snoop Dogg now. If you want to sound like what the kids,
yeah, but I like to say Snoop Doggy Dogg every once in a while.
Okay, boomer.
D-O-double-G. Snoop Lion was the worst.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oof.
All right, guys. From all of us here at the Tuning Down channels, I'm Marvin the Movie Monster. Now get out of here!
Thank you, everyone, for tonight. This has been such an amazing week. Thank you, Lord.
Now, Perry the Platypus, feel the wrath of my thank you-inator!
Thank you, you piece of trash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you!
Oh, I suppose you want me to say thank you. But you know what? Saying thank you is like jobbing. Thank you!
I got a little message.
thank you. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Thanks. For what? Hi-ho from all of us here at Toontown. Thank you.
And viewers like you. Thank you.